Namaste. Welcome guys, it's a lockdown day, I don't even know anymore, but it's definitely lockdown day. So today we're going to do a kind of intermediate level practice, not incredibly strong. We're trying to minimize the amount of props that you guys need to use, but something that we haven't included so far is a shoulder stand. So I'd really like to include that today. So you're going to have to just improvise. I really don't recommend doing it flat on the floor. You're going to have to improvise some kind of shoulder stand support. We actually didn't bring enough props up from the studio, so I've taken my mat, I've folded it in half, folded it in half again, and put 2 blankets on top of that. So just have a look around at home. If you can find quite a firm mattress or cushion, something like that, just to lift your shoulders off the floor and give yourself a bit of space for your neck, and a strap. That's all you're going to need. So let's start. So let's start standing in the center of the mat. Find Tadasana. So really spread the feet. Try and lift all 10 toes off the mat, spread them out, place them down. And try to lift well the arches of your feet. Lift your inner ankles. Suck your kneecaps into the joints and lift them up, engaging your thighs. Draw your abdominals in, and as you do this, you should feel your upper buttocks flesh just shift down slightly. Lift well the chest without flaring the lower ribs. Take the shoulders well back and down as you extend into your fingertips. Broaden the collarbones as you extend up into the crown of your head. Find a spot for your eyes to settle on, and bring your attention to your breathing for a moment. This is Samastitihi, the posture of balance, the posture of equilibrium, of equal standing. So feel that you're standing equally on your left and your right foot. You can imagine your inhalation moving up the front of your body as there's a lifting sensation, and your exhalation moving down the back of your body as you ground through your heels. Take another breath like that, imagining the breath moving up the front of the body, and exhaling down the back of the body. Let's bring the hands out in front of you, about shoulder height. Turn the palms to face down. I want you to look at what Pauline's going to do with her thumbs. She's going to hook her right thumb underneath her left and hook the thumbs around each other. We're going to use that grip for a few poses later on, so just remember it for later. You're going to take an inhalation here, and as you exhale, reach your arms up above your head. As you inhale, go on, extend up, really lift the side waist completely, and take a breath or two here, fully extending. You can almost pull your hands apart, but keep the thumbs connected to create a dynamic tension across the shoulders. Another breath. And then as you exhale, bring your hands forwards and down. And just change. Bring the other thumb to the bottom. Take an inhalation. Then it's an exhalation to reach the arms up. And inhale, grow tall as you reach your fingertips towards the ceiling. Again, almost stretching the hands apart from one another to really just get the shoulders extending nicely. Another full breath here. Inhaling. And as you exhale, bring the hands forwards and down. Bring the hands up to chest height again, palms facing you, and this time interlock the fingers. Inhale, turn the palms away from you. Exhale to reach the arms up. And then at the top, inhale and really reach up. Push down into your feet as you reach the fingertips up. As you extend up, keep those lower ribs from flaring just by drawing your abdominals lightly back towards the spine as you go on elongating for another in-breath. As you exhale, bring the hands down in front of you. Turn the palms, change the interlace. Inhaling, it's an exhalation to lift the hands. And then an inhalation to extend up. Reach up as you inhale. Maintain as you exhale. One more breath there. And with your next exhalation, bring the hands all the way down by your sides. Come to stand at the top of your mat. We prepare for our sun salutations, Surya Namaskar. Joining the big toe mounds, joining the heels. Find Samastiti once again, that posture of equal standing. Grip the thighs, abdominals in to bring the upper buttocks flesh down. Shoulder blades broad as you extend into your fingertips and reaching into the crown of your head. Beautiful. Let's take an inhalation through prayer pose. And as you exhale, release your hands down. Inhale, reach your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. As you exhale, reach forwards, extend forwards as you fold over the hips, come into Uttanasana, head down. Step your right leg back for a high lunge, inhale. As you exhale, left foot back, Palakasana, plank pose, almost like you're doing a push-up. Have your body in one straight line. As you exhale next, lower yourself either to Chaturanga Dandasana or all the way down to the floor. Moving to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana or Cobra, shoulders roll back, chest lifts. And as you exhale, come to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take a breath or two here. First down dog of the practice. You can maybe bend one leg as you straighten the other and guide that heel down towards the ground. Change sides when you're ready. We've got a few breaths here, so you can choose to either hold a static pose if that works better for you, or you can change, alternate legs, bending one and straightening the other, as feels appropriate for you. No matter what you're doing with your legs, keep both arms working. Push the mat down and away from you as though you're trying to stretch the mat. Open those armpits. Let's bring both legs to be strong and straight now, extending down towards your heels and up towards your sitting bones. Let's step the right foot forwards, left foot forwards, Uttanasana, full forward fold, head down. Reach forwards with your arms, inhale, come up, Urdhva Hastasana, arms up. Exhale, Namaskarasana, prayer pose. Taking a breath in and releasing the hands as you exhale. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, reach forwards as you fold over your hips, Uttanasana, head down. Left leg steps back, high lunge, breathing in. Exhale, step back, plank pose, Palakasana, body in one straight line. Pause here, breathing in, and as you exhale next, either lower to the floor or find Chaturanga Dandasana. Keep the body firm. Inhale, Cobra or upward facing dog, shoulders back and down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find a full down dog, we're not staying here. Step your left foot forwards. Inhale for your lunge. Exhale, Uttanasana, full forward fold, legs straight, head down. Reaching forwards, inhaling, coming up, and exhaling, Namaskarasana. Find a deep inhalation. Exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, lead with the thumbs, inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach to the front of the room as you fold over the hips, head down, Uttanasana. Right leg steps back, lunge, inhale. Exhale, step back, Palakasana. Pause there as you inhale, firm the abdominals. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, or all the way down to the floor. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana or Cobra. Exhaling, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Right foot steps to the front of the mat. Find your lunge as you inhale. As you exhale, step to Uttanasana, legs straight, head down. Reach the arms, inhale up. Exhale, Namaskarasana, prayer pose. Find a soft breath in. Releasing the hands as you exhale. Lead with the thumbs. Inhale, arms come up. Urdhva. Exhale, Uttanasana, full forward extension. Left foot steps back for your high lunge. Inhale. And as you exhale, step back, plank pose, push-up posture. As you exhale next, lower down to the floor or Chaturanga Dandasana. Find Cobra or upward facing dog, and then to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Your left foot will step forwards. As you inhale, find your lunge. Your exhalation brings you Uttanasana, legs straight, head down. Reaching forwards, inhaling, coming up, and exhaling to find prayer pose. Standing here with your eyes closed, take a breath or two. Feel into the left and the right side of the body. Feel the heart rate. And the breath as it slows. When you're ready to, you can exhale, release your hands down. Come to find the center of your mat, facing the long edge of your mat. Stand with your big toes together, heels together. Samastiti once again. Bring the fingertips to touch at the center of the chest as you inhale, and as you exhale, step or jump the feet nice and wide apart. See that your ankles are more or less underneath your wrists. Extend well into the legs and the arms. Keep the chest lifted and the abdominals moving back to the spine. Turn your whole right leg out 90 degrees and take your left toes in. Moving into Uttita Trikonasana. Inhale, and as you exhale, extend to the right hand side. Take your right hand down anywhere onto the leg. Take your left hand to your left waist. Point the elbow behind you and roll the left ribs back, right ribs forwards as you take the left ribs to face up towards the ceiling. Really extend the legs and extend the front of the body. Dare to maybe lean back a bit. Those of you who got easy back bends, see that you don't do too much of a back bend here. When you're ready to, the left arm can reach up towards the ceiling and either keep your head facing forwards, or if it feels appropriate for your neck, look up towards the left hand. Find your breath in the pose. Easy inhalations, feel more spaciousness, more expansion, maintaining there as you exhale. On your next exhalation, look down towards your right hand. As you inhale, draw yourself up to standing. Bring your feet to face forwards. Turn your left leg out 90 and your right toes in. Inhale to square your chest. Exhale, reach towards the left hand side, taking the hand down anywhere onto the leg. Right hand comes to right waist and get the rotation here. Roll your right ribs back, your left ribs forwards. Imagine you're in a studio class and try to point your elbow towards the person behind you. That's the rotation you're looking for. Extend the front body as much as you're extending the back body without doing too much of a back bend. And when you're ready, let your right hand reach up towards the ceiling, palm facing the same direction as your eyes. Either keep looking ahead, or if it is appropriate for your neck, look up towards your right hand and really find an in-breath as you expand into all the points of your body, into both feet, both arms, and the crown of your head. Maintain the pose as you breathe easily here. As you exhale next, look down towards your left hand. Inhale, coming up, feet face forwards. Step or lightly jump the feet together. And release the hands, find Samastiti for a breath. Quietly inhaling and exhaling. Coming into Warrior Two, bring your fingertips to touch at your chest. Inhale, and as you exhale, step or jump the feet nice and wide apart. Turn your right leg out 90, left toes come in. Inhale to square your chest. Keep that left leg well extended. As you exhale, bend your right leg going towards 90 degrees. Just glance down at your right knee and see that the knee is directly above your ankle. For a lot of us, the knee tends to drop forwards. So keep opening the knee backwards towards the back of your mat. Keep the left leg strongly engaged. And look over the middle finger of your right hand, keeping the neck in line with the spine and elongating the spine from the sitting bones all the way up to the crown of the head. Abdominals are lightly moving backwards and reach into your fingertips. Let's turn the palms of the hands up, and as you do this, roll your shoulder blades down your back. Try to keep your elbow creases facing the ceiling as you just turn the wrists and the palms of your hands to face the floor. Take another full breath here. Inhale, feel the power of the pose. Exhale, and as you inhale next, straighten your front leg to come up. Exhale, feet face forwards. If possible, keep your arms up as we change sides. Left leg turns out 90, right toes come in. Inhale to square the chest, and on an exhalation, bend into the left knee, taking that knee as close to 90 degrees as you can. Glance down at your knee, see that it's above your ankle. And open the knee backwards. Good. Keep the right leg firm, pushing the right thigh back. Bring your lower abdominals in and up to move your upper buttocks flesh down as you lift well into the chest and the crown of the head. Turn the palms of the hands to face the ceiling. Roll the shoulder blades down your back. Keep the elbow creases facing up and turn just the wrists and the palms of the hands to face the ground. Reach into your arms. Take a soft, easy breath here. Feel the stability of the pose. As you inhale next, straighten the front leg coming up, feet face forwards, and step or jump the feet together. Find Samastitihi, pose of equal standing. Take a breath or two here. Feel the sensations of the body. Feel the effects of Warrior Two. Utthita Parshva Konasana, the extended side angle pose. Bring your fingertips to touch at your chest. Inhale. As you exhale, step or jump the feet nice and wide apart. Turn the right leg out 90 degrees. Turn the left toes in. Inhale, and as you exhale, find Warrior Two again. Bend the front knee. Try to go as close to 90 as you can. Inhale here. Now as you exhale, reach over towards the right-hand side and bring your right elbow onto your right knee. If you prefer to take the hand to the mat, you're welcome to. You can take it to your outer ankle. Let's take the left hand and reach it straight up towards the ceiling. Either keep your neck in line with your spine, or if it works for your neck, you can look up towards your left hand. Turn the palm of the left hand, and as you exhale, bring your bicep down beside your ear. Work the outer left foot, taking the blade of the foot down towards the ground as you reach into your left fingertips, creating a strong straight line along the whole left-hand side of your body. That is the raised or the extended side angle. So really work it. Reach into your hands. Take another exhalation here. And when you inhale next, reach your arm coming back up to stand and change the direction of your feet. The whole left leg turns out 90 degrees and the right toes come in. Inhale. On your exhalation, find Warrior Two, 90 degrees with that front knee. Taking a breath in, and as you exhale, bring the left elbow onto the left knee, reaching your right fingertips straight up towards the ceiling. Look up towards the right hand and try to roll your right ribs back, left ribs forwards, as we did for triangle pose. Work that right leg strongly. Turn the palm to face the same direction as the crown of the head, and as you exhale, bring the arm beside your ear. As you inhale, extend, reach into that fingertip. Take the outer right edge of the foot down towards the mat and squeeze the muscles of the thigh towards the bones of the thigh of the right leg. Keep rolling the ribs up. Right ribs up, left ribs forwards. One more breath here. Exhaling, and as you inhale, draw yourself up to stand, feet face forwards. Step or jump the feet together, find Samasthiti. Bring your fingertips to touch at the center of the chest. Inhale, and as you exhale, step or jump the feet apart. Keeping your arms out to the side, turn your right leg out 90 and take your left toes in. We're coming into Vimana Sana. So Pauline's going to rotate on the ball of her foot to turn her left heel off the floor so that her hips face the short edge of her mat. Good. On an exhalation, Pauline is going to bend into her front leg, taking it towards 90 degrees. Please see how Pauline's left heel is off the ground. Pauline can really work her back leg, try and straighten that back leg as much as possible. Beautiful. Let's turn the palms of the hands to face the ceiling, and on an exhalation, take your arms up above your head, and now lock your fingers as we did at the beginning. Right thumb comes in front of left. As you really extend up into the fingertips, try and straighten those arms. Maybe you can sink forwards into your knee just a little more. Lovely. Take a deep inhalation here. Complete your exhalation. And as you inhale next, straighten the front leg to come up. Release your arms out. Exhale, face the front. Turn your left leg out 90 degrees. Lift the heel of your right foot, swivel on the ball of your foot as you turn your hips to face the short edge of the mat. As you exhale next, bend into your left knee, taking that knee as close to 90 degrees as you can. Turn the palms of the hands to face up, and as you exhale, take the arms up above the head, left thumb in front of right this time. Get that dynamic tension of almost pulling the hands apart while keeping the thumbs hooked to really extend the arms up. Don't forget about that back leg. Keep working that right heel down towards the ground, your lower abdominals lightly drawing in and up. Find a full inhalation here, extend. Complete your exhalation, and as you inhale, straighten your front leg coming up. Feet face forwards, release the arms, and step or jump, bringing the feet together, and release your hands down. So bring your fingertips to touch. Inhale, and as you exhale, step or jump the feet nice and wide apart. Turn the whole right leg out 90 degrees and take your left toes in. So we're moving through our triangle pose here to get to our half moon pose. Inhale, and as you exhale, go extend to the right hand side. Find Trikonasana. Same pose we practiced earlier. Go through, feel for all the adjustments that you needed to make earlier, looking up. Now exhale, bring your left hand to your left waist. Bend your right leg and place your hand onto the ground in line with the little toe side of the foot. Step your left foot in, and then as you straighten your front leg, lift the left leg up. Push into the heel, activate that leg. Roll your left ribs up towards the ceiling, and then go on ahead and reach the left hand up, either looking down, ahead, or if you're feeling very well balanced, you can look up to the hand. Beautiful pose, guys. Inhale, exhale, stepping back through Trikonasana. Bend your front leg, big step back, find Trikonasana again, triangle pose. Inhale. As you exhale, look down. As you inhale, draw yourself up, feet face forwards. And change sides. Left foot turns out 90, right toes come in. Inhale, with your exhalation, extend over to the left hand side, taking triangle pose. Just be here in triangle pose. Roll those right ribs up, left ribs forwards. As you exhale, bend into your left knee, place the left hand in line with the little toe side of the left foot. Stepping your right foot in, as you straighten your front leg, lift your back leg. Try and stack your left hip on top of your right hip, and when you're ready to, the right hand can reach up towards the ceiling, choosing to either look down, straight ahead, or up towards the hand. Take a breath here as you start to prepare to find triangle pose again. As you exhale, bend your knee, big step back with the right leg, step all the way, Uttita Trikonasana, triangle pose, looking up. Exhale to look down, and as you inhale, draw yourself back up, feet face forwards, and step or jump your feet together, Samastiti. Exhale, release your hands down. Take a breath in, and a breath out. Bring your fingertips to touch at your chest. Inhale, and as you exhale, step or jump your feet nice and far apart. The same position that we did earlier, Vimana Sana. So turn your right leg out 90. You're going to lift your left heel, swivel on the ball of your foot. The left heel is raised. And as you exhale now, bend into your right knee. Try to take it to 90 degrees. Let's turn the palms of the hands up and bring the arms up above your head. You can hook your right thumb in front of your left. As you exhale now, lean forwards, lie down over your right thigh. Try to bring your tummy onto your right thigh. Maybe step the left foot in slightly, and as you start to straighten your front leg, you're going to lift your left leg up, finding a T-shaped pose. Get that standing leg strong and straight, lift the kneecap. Beautiful. Keep rolling your left kneecap to face the ground. One more breath in, we're stepping back to Warrior One. Exhale, big step back, look up. As you inhale next, release your arms out and down, come back to standing facing the front. Turn the left toes out 90, right toes turn in, lift that right heel. As you exhale, bend into the left knee, taking it towards 90. Get your hips facing the short edge of your mat. As you inhale, the arms up above your head, hooking the left thumb in front of the right this time. Exhale, lean forwards, lie down onto your thigh. Maybe you take a step in, maybe you can lift straight up from here, straightening the left leg and lifting that right leg up. As the right leg lifts, the chest drops down. Keeping that standing leg as strong and straight as possible, the right leg fully extending. Inhale, and as you exhale next, step back, find your Warrior One. Inhale, arms out to the side, turn to face the front, and step or jump your feet together. Well done. Releasing your hands down. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Take your hands to your waist. Inhale, lift your chin, lift your chest, extend the body. And as you exhale now, tilt the pelvis as you reach forwards, folding forwards. Take your hands down your shins. If you can reach your toes, you're going to take your first two fingers between your first two toes and grip the big toes. If that's not possible, then just keep your hands resting on your shins. Let's straighten the elbows and try to get your elbow creases to face forwards here. Lift your chin, lift your chest, and flatten the back as much as you can. Good. So this is the preparatory action. Almost feel like you're trying to get a concave feeling in the back. Take the sitting bones higher and higher. As you reach your chest forwards, take a deep inhalation. Either stay here, or as you exhale, bend your elbows out to the sides as you let the crown of your head point down towards the ground. Check that your elbows are pointing out to the sides of your mat, not pointing backwards. Inhale, and as you exhale, fold a little deeper. Grip the knees, grip the thighs, lift up the thighs, lift up the sitting bones as you extend from your hips to your armpits to the crown of your head, and just see that the shoulders lift a little bit from your ears to free the neck up. Beautiful. Relax your jaw, relax your face, and even though you are working here, try to find soft, easy breaths. You've got another 2 cycles of the breath here. Enjoy them. Complete your next exhalation. As you inhale, let's keep the grip of the toes. Inhale, straighten the elbows, look up, concave action with the back. Exhale, take your hands to your hips, elbows pointing up, and try to keep a flat back as you inhale, lead with the chest to come up. Exhale, releasing your hands down to the sides. We're going to make our way down to sit for Virasana. So Pauline's going to take her foam. You can either use one of your folded blankets or find something to sit on for Virasana. I'm going to ask Pauline to demonstrate this from the back. So she's going to turn around and come down onto her knees. Place the support that you're going to sit on between your feet. Have your knees touching. Pauline's going to take her hands and take her fingernails right into the joint at the top of her calf muscles and guide the calf muscles straight back towards the heels and maybe slightly out to the side if she needs to as she comes to sit on the foam. Great. So you guys stay sitting as you are. Pauline's going to shift to face the camera. Sit up tall and straight. Move the sitting bones backwards so that you can extend the spine up. The same grip that we did earlier. Pauline's going to bring her hands shoulder height. Take her right thumb underneath her left, taking an inhalation. As she exhales, she draws her abdominals back as she reaches the arms up above the head. Try not to let the ribs flare out. As you inhale, extend your arms up. Try and lift your shoulders, lift the side waist, keeping your sitting bones on that support. Relax the jaw, relax the throat, maintain an extension through the body here. With the next exhalation, bringing your hands forwards and down, shoulder height. Take the left thumb underneath the right. Inhale. As you exhale, you keep your abdominals moving back as the arms lift up. Keep those floating ribs back. As you inhale, extend your arms up. Find good length in the torso. Imagine somebody's pulling your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Relax your jaw, relax your face as you continue to look ahead. Finding an easy breath in, an easy breath out. On your next exhalation, let's bring the hands down. Take the hands onto the ground in front of your knees as you lift your hips, coming out of the pose. So you can either swing your legs to one side. We're going to come to sit at the back edge of our mat for Dandasana with the legs extended in front of you. Those of you with tight hamstrings might want to sit on something here just to make this a little bit more accessible. So you can either sit on your folded blanket or your foam. You can even fold your yoga mat and sit on that to create a little bit of height. Pauline's feet are joined. The big toes are pointing straight up towards the ceiling. She's going to take her hands slightly behind her hips. Push the fingertips into the ground to lift well the chest. Maintaining that lift in the chest, get the legs fully extended. Push the heels away from you. For a lot of people, the big toe mound tends to come back and the little toe mound goes forwards. So really work on pushing the big toe mound forwards and drawing the little toes back towards you to open the soles of the feet. The kneecaps are moving into the joint and the thighs are pushing down towards the floor. Try to roll your inner thighs down and your outer thighs up so that your kneecaps are pointing straight up towards the ceiling. Don't go further than that. Draw your abdominals lightly back towards your spine to support your spine and reach up into the crown of the head, keeping the collarbones nice and broad. Try to maintain this integrity of the pose now as we start to lift the arms forwards and up. Inhale, take the arms up above the head. If you prefer to here, you can clip the thumbs as we did earlier and get a good extension by almost pulling the hands away from each other to really extend the elbows and reach up. If you've got the thumbs clasped, change, bring the other thumb to the front. Get a full extension, reach up. On your exhalation, release your hands down beside you. Find your yoga strap now or whatever you're going to use in place of a yoga belt, a normal belt, a piece of fabric, and place that over the balls of your feet. Those of you who can comfortably, and I mean really comfortably, without bending your knees and without rounding the back too much, hold on to your big toes, you won't need the strap. You can go ahead and take hold of your toes. Those of you who are working with the strap, walk your hands down the strap. And whether you're holding your big toes or the strap, I want the elbows now nice and straight. Arms are fully extended, elbow creases are lifting up towards the ceiling, and that helps to roll your shoulder blades down your back as you broaden across the collarbones. Retract your shoulders into their sockets to almost push your chest forwards and up. Look slightly up and lift the chest. Keep the legs working strongly as we activated them at the beginning. The big toe mounds extending forwards, the little toes drawing back towards you, kneecaps drawing into the sockets, kneecaps pointing straight up to the ceiling and full extension. Pauline is well capable of holding on to her big toes, so I'm going to ask her to go ahead and do that. Those of you working with the strap, I want you to stay with the flat back, the Urdhva Mukha action, the upward facing action. Those of you who can comfortably hold the toes, on your exhalation, you're going to bend the elbows out to the sides as you take the crown of your head to face the toes. Keep those elbows lifting up, out, and forwards as you exhale. Good. As you inhale, take the elbows up, out, and exhale forwards, taking the crown of the head towards the feet, the chin towards the shin. Find your full extension here, your full expression of the pose, as you take 2 full breaths. Those of you with the arms straight looking up, you aren't doing any less. In fact, I think you're doing more than some of the people folding forwards. 1 more full breath here. Exhaling. As you inhale, we'll all find the upward facing version of the pose. Inhale, look up. Exhale. On your next inhalation, take the arms up above the head. Urdhva Hasta. Exhale, take your arms down in the way that suits you. Find your Dandasana. We're going to take the legs out to the side now for Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. As you do this, see that you roll your thighs out to the side. So we were working on an internal rotation when we were in Dandasana. Now there's a full external rotation. And Pauline's just going to demonstrate the movement of the thighs. The inner thighs are now rolling back so that your inner thighs point as much as possible up towards the ceiling. If you find it beneficial to sit on something, you're welcome to sit on something. If you are sitting on something, I suggest you take a strap around your feet. Pauline's very comfortable on the floor, so she's holding her feet. We're going to roll the shoulders back, and it's almost as though you're trying to lift your chest through the shoulder girdle. Roll the shoulders back and lift your chest up. Look up slightly. Inhale, sit tall, extend up. Maintain that extension through the spine. As you exhale, extend from your inner groin to your inner knee and retract from your outer knee to your outer hip. So you're extending the thighs, taking the knees down towards the ground. There should not be pain in your knee. If you are experiencing pain in your knee, please allow your feet to move further away from the body. This is a hip extension, it's not a knee torture pose. Find 2 more breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. 1 more breath, sitting tall and straight. As you exhale, you can release the effort of the pose, guide your knees towards one another, and you're going to straighten your legs out to the sides now for Upavishta Konasana, the wide angle pose. Pauline is sitting slightly off the mat at the back so that her heels are still on the mat. It just makes it a bit more comfortable. We're just practicing the sitting version of this pose. Sitting up nice and tall and straight. So let's take the hands beside the hips. Your fingers can point forwards, to the sides, or backwards. I quite like having the fingers pointing backwards. I find it brings a broadness across the collarbone, which is what we're looking for. You can be on your fingertips or have your hands flat on the ground, depending on the proportions of your body. Either way, push the hands into the ground to lift well the chest. Keeping the chest extended, see that you're not rounding your lower back. Get the legs working properly. From your sitting bones to your heels, extend both legs fully into the heels. Extend the big toe mound away from you as you draw the little toe back towards you. And glancing at your feet, see that the toes are pointing straight up towards the ceiling, as well as the kneecaps. For some of us, we tend to let the legs drop out to the side, and then you need to work on internally rotating. Others of us, we tend to let the toes drop in. You need to work on external rotation. So there's no real one instruction that fits for all of us. A good point of reference is the kneecaps and the toes. You want them pointing straight up towards the ceiling. Don't forget about the lower abdominals. Draw them in and up as you go on extending up into the crown of your head. Shoulder blades are moving down the back. Face is soft, jaw is soft. Let the tongue drop down into the bottom half of the mouth as you take one more full breath here. Exhale. Take your hands, help your knees up as you release the legs. And we're going to come to sit in Virasana again, the pose that Pauline demonstrated from behind earlier. So she's going to stay facing the camera. Come to sit onto your support with your knees together, your toes pointing straight behind you. Lean forwards, move the sitting bones to point backwards, and sit down, sitting up nice and tall and straight. If you feel like the knees are a little bit compressed here, you can work to roll the calf muscle on each leg out as you roll the thigh up. Do that on the other side as well. Calf muscle rolling out, thigh rolling up, and see if that creates a bit more space in the knee, a bit more comfort in the knee. If your knees are feeling uncomfortable, if there's real pain in the knees, increase the height of your support, sit a little bit higher. You're going to bring the fingers and interlace them in front of your chest. Inhale, turn the palms away from you. As you exhale, reach the arms up, keeping those lower ribs from flaring. Inhale, reach up, extend up. Really push into the knuckles of your hands, trying to create a dome shape with the hands if possible. One more breath in. As you exhale, bring the hands down in front of you, palms facing you. Change the interlace. Inhale to turn the palms away from you. And exhale, reaching those arms up, extend up, lift up. Find a full breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. Bring the hands down in front of you. Bring the hands onto the mat in front of you and make your way onto your hands and your knees. So the knees are going to be about hip distance apart. We're moving into Gomukhasana, the cow face pose. Pauline is going to bring her right knee towards her chest and wrap her right foot over her knee. And as she now is going to sit back, she's going to let her feet separate so she comes to sit between her 2 feet. If it's not possible for you to sit onto the ground, once again, find your support, sit on something. If this is absolutely impossible for your knees and your hips, then you can just find Virasana, the same pose we practiced before this, or you can come into a simple cross-leg position. Pauline is going to extend her right arm out to the side, roll her thumb to face down, and bring her hand onto her back body and work it up between her shoulder blades. Those of you who know you're going to need a strap, you're welcome to use a strap here. Otherwise, you're going to extend the left arm forwards, lead with the little finger side of your hand, take the arm up and over. You can even work with a bit of momentum there. Find your strap or find the clasp. Beautiful. Go on extending up into the left elbow, down into the right elbow. What often happens here, the left armpit chest area tends to collapse down. See that you're lifting that left armpit chest area up. And then as you inhale, release the clasp, Bring the arms out of the pose. Take the hands in front of you onto the mat. Roll onto your hands and your knees again. This time the left knee comes to your chest as you take your left foot over your thigh. Sit back, separating the feet, finding something to sit on, sitting tall and straight. As much as possible here, the left knee is stacked above the right. Left arm reaches out to the side now, thumb rolls down towards the ground as you bring your hand onto your back, working it between your shoulder blades. Lead with the little finger side of your right hand, taking it up and over. You can even work with some momentum. Find the strap or your clasp and go on extending up into your right elbow, down into your left elbow. That left armpit chest area tends to drop down here, so keep on lifting the left side of your chest so that you have equal length from your left hip to your left armpit and your right hip to your right armpit. Keep lifting up. Extend up. Find a full breath in, and with your next exhalation, you can release the hands out of the pose. Shoulders should be well prepared now for our Shirshasana, our headstand. So those of you who are practicing headstand in the center of the room, go ahead. Pauline's going to demonstrate for us against the wall. If you're not doing headstand, you can do Viparita Karani, which means having your legs up the wall while you're lying on your back. Pauline's going to go straight into headstand. So coming down onto your elbows, wrap your fingers around your elbows so that you know that the elbows are shoulder distance apart. And then interlock your knuckles at the wall if you're using the wall. Don't be shy to use the wall. Curl your toes under. Walk your feet in, walk in, walk in, walk in, walk in. The legs don't have to be straight. Try to get the lower back to touch the wall here. Push the elbows down, push your wrists down, and when you're ready, take the legs up to the wall. Let's all start with the heels at the wall. So have your heels touching the wall and work on getting the base of the pose well established. Push your elbows into the ground. Try not to let the elbows go wide. Keep them where they are. Push your wrists into the ground and lift your shoulders away from your ears. Lift up from your shoulders to your hips. Squeeze the legs as you extend your heels towards the ceiling. As we did earlier, work the ball, the big toe mound of the foot up and draw the little toe side of the foot down. Almost like you've got two accelerator pedals that you're pushing up towards the ceiling. Keeping the legs well gripped, the abdominals moving towards the back body. That's going to bring your upper buttocks flesh now up towards your heels. If you'd like to take the feet away from the wall, you're welcome to practice that now. This is a wonderful pose because it really does the work of the teaching for you. You'll feel when you feel like you're going to fall. You'll feel if you're going to the left or the right, and just bring balance there. Keep your eyes fixed on a position as you breathe in and you breathe out, maintaining the pose here. Go on breathing. As we spend a little bit longer in the pose, see if you're starting to get a bit fatigued. What tends to happen here is the back tends to start going into more and more of a back bend. Go on drawing your abdominals towards the back body. Go on lifting your shoulders, gripping your legs and taking the heels up towards the ceiling. Relax the jaw, relax your face. See if you can hold the pose just for another minute longer. Those of you who've come down, maybe you want to come and join us for the last minute. Keeping your breath steady and even, maintaining the lift, maintaining your balance. Just half a minute more. Let's start preparing to come down. You have options for how you're going to come down. You can either come down with your legs straight, one leg at a time, or both legs together. Or you can bend your knees and slide your feet down the wall. Then drawing your knees in towards your chest, come down to rest. Just take a few breaths in child's pose. Try not to move around too much here. Keep your head down. Soften the neck, soften the shoulders. Just allow your breath to quieten. When you are ready to move, make your way back onto your mat. You're now going to separate your knees wide for Adho Mukha Virasana. Knees wide apart. Walking the hands forwards. Let your forehead rest on the mat. Have the elbows extended, but work on now retracting your shoulders, retracting your arms into the sockets. Draw the skin of your upper back down towards your sitting bones. Release the back of your neck. Release your jaw. Okay, when you're ready to now, let's start to make our way up. We're going to come into our shoulder stand, Sarvangasana. So this is where you want to get your support. Place your support on your mat so that you have enough space above your support for your head. If you're using your existing yoga mat, go ahead, fold it in half again. It's nice to have something soft for the head to rest on. So if you're not on a carpeted floor, if you're on a harder floor, then just place something underneath your head. Pauline's going to place the foam just underneath her. She's going to sit on the foam in front of her support. If you have a cushion or something, it's quite nice just to have a little landing pad there for the bum. And then she's going to sit on that foam and lie back over the support. It's really important when you lie on the support that your head is not on the support. Your head is onto that pad that you made for the head or onto the floor, and your shoulders are well onto the support. You can see the support is really up into Pauline's neck. When Pauline's ready, she's going to take her legs up into the air and over her head. Maybe you want to use a bit of momentum to kick up and over, take the toes onto the ground above the head. Let's interlace your fingers here and bring your wrists down towards the floor. As you do this, this is really to get you right up onto the tips of your shoulders. So really roll the arms out to come right up onto the tips of your shoulders. Bring your hands to support your lower back. Have your fingertips facing up towards the ceiling. So have your fingertips facing up towards the ceiling and really support your lower back. When you're ready to now, either one leg at a time or both legs together, take the feet up towards the ceiling. Now bring your fingertips to face one another and walk your hands down your back. So walking your hands further and further towards your shoulder blades, go on extending the legs up. Keep the hands like this for now as you fully extend the legs. Let's stretch into the toes. Point your toes up towards the ceiling, and from your shoulders to the tops of your feet, extend the front of your body. Maintain that lift in the front of the body. That's it. Take the legs back even more. Good. Maintain that lift in the front of the body, and now push up into your heels. Extend into your heels, extend the back of your body. Let your hands become stable on your back now. Bring the wrists, bring your hands flat onto your back. Have the heels of your hands supporting your back and bring your back ribs into your hands. Try not to go too far over towards the head side. You want to feel that the throat is soft. It's not the neck stand, it's the shoulder stand. So really stand on from your shoulders to your elbows, pushing down into the ground as you extend up to the feet. Find soft, easy breaths in and out. Go on relaxing the throat, relax the jaw and the neck. Try not to turn your head to the left or the right in this pose. There's quite a bit of pressure around the neck area. So rather just try to listen to my instructions instead of glancing over at your screen here. We're going to come into Ekapada Sarvangasana, one-legged shoulder stand. So let's keep the right leg as it is. Look up above the ceiling and try to keep your right toe exactly where it is. Actively extend both legs again. Grip the abdominals. And as you exhale, take your left leg down. We're just going to 90 degrees. Take the left leg down to 90 degrees. Have the toes pointing down towards the ground. Good. Extend into the heel of that left leg. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, take the leg back up. Keep your left leg now strongly engaged. Look above, take a spot on the ceiling and try to keep the left leg exactly where it is. As you exhale, take the right leg down to 90 degrees. Nice and slow, controlled movement. The right toes are pointing straight down to the ground. Fully extend that right leg. Fully extend the left leg up. Take an inhalation, and as you exhale, softly bring the right leg back up with control. Feet together. Find your shoulder stand once again. Maybe you can walk your hands further down the back. See that you don't go too much to your head side. Going to come into Parvika Pada Sarvangasana now. So Pauline is going to turn her right leg out to 45 degrees. Actually, I'm going to ask Pauline to do her left leg first, just so you can see on the camera if you are looking. The left leg turns out to 45 degrees. She's got her heel in the arch of her right foot. She's going to inhale, and in the direction that her toes are pointing, exhale and take the leg over to the side. Just to 90 degrees, right there. Extend into the leg fully. Extend into both legs. Beautiful pose. Inhaling here. As you exhale, bring that left leg back up again. Join the feet. Turn your right foot out now 45 degrees. Have the heel of the right foot in the arch of the left. And then in the direction that the toes are pointing, go on, exhale, and take the foot down to 90 degrees. Right there, perfect. Extend both legs fully. Keep lifting the spine up towards the ceiling. Gripping those abdominals, beautiful. Inhaling, and as you exhale, bring the foot back up. Join the feet. Making our way down into Halasana now. As you exhale, take the toes towards the ground above your head. Let the toes find the ground. Once your toes are on the ground, you can release your hands from your back. Interlacing your fingers once again and bringing the wrists down towards the support. The legs are strong and extended. Keep them well straightened. You can keep the toes curled under, or those of you who like to practice being on the toenail side of the foot can also extend the toes and be on the tops of the feet. Legs are well extended, and go on lifting your hips up towards the ceiling. Extend the torso up. Lovely. Taking this into Supta Konasana, the supine angle pose. Pauline's bringing her hands to support her lower back and is going to separate her legs into a wide V. Walk the feet as wide apart as you can. If you'd like to, you can reach your hands and hold onto the big toes. Get a full extension to the legs. Try not to let the spine round too much, and remember to keep the throat and the neck soft here. Release your feet if you're holding on to them, and bring your hands to support your lower back again. Keep your left leg where it is and walk your right foot over to meet your left. Feel with your hands now what's happening to your spine. Which of your hips is collapsing down to the ground and which one is lifting up? For most of us, the left hip tends to drop down here. Lift your left hip up towards the ceiling as you fully extend both legs. Beautiful pose. Step the right foot out again, and then take your left foot to meet your right. Again, keep the extension through the spine, feel for the hip that's dropping down, and lift it up. For most of us, or for me anyway, that right hip tends to drop down. You need to lift that right hip up to create equal length in the side waists. There you go. Stepping the left leg into a wide V again. Just take a breath here, lift your sitting bones up towards the ceiling, and then walk your feet together. Time to make our way down, so let's release the hands from the back, and when you're ready to, just roll down. You can go as fast or as slow as you like, and don't worry too much about lifting or dropping the head, just do what feels natural. Take a breath or two there, just resting back. When you're ready to, you're going to slide towards your head side, wriggling on your shoulders until your shoulder blades come flat onto the floor. Let's cross the legs over the support you were sitting on and have your arms into a wide V. Allow your eyes to close as you just completely relax. Completely recover. When you're ready to, you can change the cross of the legs, bringing the other leg in front. Uncrossing the legs when you're ready to. Roll over to a side and bring yourself up to sit. You can take the support for the shoulder stand off your mat. Have something to sit on for our next pose, Virasana 1. So Pauline's going to demonstrate this pose with her back to the camera. So to do this pose, you swing your feet over towards your right-hand side, have both feet to the right-hand side. You'll see how Pauline's right foot is pointing straight back towards us and how her left foot is pointing out to the side. The arch of her right foot is resting in the arch of her left foot. For most of us here, the right hip tends to lift up, the right sitting bone comes off the ground. We want to try to get the hips a bit more level, so Pauline's going to place a support under her left hip, just underneath the left hip, and that creates space that the right sitting bone can then drop down towards the ground. That's right. Pauline's going to take her right hand to her left knee and take her left hand behind her. Push the fingertips into the ground, sit tall and straight, and as you exhale, twist. Keep lifting the chest up here as you exhale and twist. Inhale, sit tall, exhale and twist. The tricky bit with this is that right hip that wants to lift up here. Keep trying to keep that right hip down as you twist over towards the left-hand side. Let the right sitting bone drop into that space between the support and your foot. Just another breath in, and with your exhalation, release out of the twist. Swing your feet over to the left-hand side. Again, now it's that left leg that's pointing, the left foot is pointing straight back, the right toes are pointing out to the side. Pauline's going to lift her right sitting bone and place it onto the support, creating a space that her left buttock can drop into so the hips become a little bit more level. Left hand finds the right knee, Right hand walks around behind you. Inhale, sit tall, sit straight, lift your chest. And with your exhalation, twist from your abdominals first, then the chest, and the head just lightly follows. Don't force this twist with your neck. We're twisting our shoulders in relation to the hips, and the neck just follows that twist. Try not to let your left hip lift up too much as you go on breathing easily there. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale to twist. And with your next exhalation, releasing out of the twist and coming to sit at the back of the mat with your legs straight out in front of you. Take your strap if you need it for Paschimottanasana. Pauline won't need it, so she'll just keep her feet together. Hands come slightly behind you. Lift the chest as you inhale. Grip your abdominals, and on your next inhalation, reach your arms up above your head. With your exhalation, reach forwards. Find your strap or your feet. Inhale, sit tall, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, fold forwards. If the elbows are bending, up, out and forwards. And find your Paschimottanasana. Keep the legs working well. Keep the spine extending. Those of you working with the strap, with the tighter hamstrings, once again, I would rather encourage you to keep your flat back action, looking up and keeping the chest raised with your arms straight. Those of you who have got the flexibility in the hamstrings are welcome to take the forward folding action as Pauline is. Preparing to come out of the pose. On your inhalation, just sit up. Release the hands by your sides. We're going to set up for our Shavasana now. So go ahead and lie down onto your back. As you lie down, see that the spine is in one straight line. Let your toes drop out to the side. Have your arms about 45 degrees or so away from the body. Palms are facing up towards the ceiling. See that nothing's bothering you, that there aren't props in your way, that nothing is touching the body and making you feel restricted in any way. Tuck the chin in, lengthen the back of the neck, and start to bring your attention to your breath. Let's take a slightly fuller, slightly more purposeful inhalation. Breathe in and really fill the chest all the way to the top. Pause there for a moment. And as you exhale, just allow your whole body to become completely soft and heavy and to drop down to the floor. Allow the body to breathe for itself now as you just soften and relax. As you release and relax, allow your legs to drop out to the sides. From the roots of the legs up into the hips, all the way down to the tips of the toes. Allow both of your legs to become soft and heavy. From the roots of your shoulders to the tips of your fingers, both of the arms now soft and heavy, sinking down to the floor. As your next exhalation comes, relax completely the area around your pelvis, your lower back, your abdomen. With the next exhalation, relaxing your middle back, your upper back, your chest, and your torso. Next exhalation, releasing the area around your throat, the back of your neck, and your jaw. Let your top and bottom jaw separate slightly. Let the tongue drop down into a neutral position in the mouth. Relax your lips, your cheeks, your ears, the back of your throat. Relax your nose. Relax your eyes, your eyeballs, eyelids, eyebrows, eye sockets. As though your eyes are receding into your skull. Relax your temples, the back of your head. Relax your forehead, the crown of your head. Your whole body now, soft and heavy, sinking down to the floor. Allow your attention now to come completely onto your breath. Regardless of any noises, distractions around you. Each breath is an opportunity for you to once again come back to this present moment, this breath. Try not to be tempted to move around or to break your Shavasana. This is the pose you've been working up to the whole hour-long practice. A few minutes here, remaining present with each breath as it enters, as it turns, as it leaves, as it turns. Start to make some small movements with your fingers and your toes and just feel how the breath reacts. Enjoy a slightly fuller inhalation and an exhalation. As you breathe in next, take your right arm up above your head. Roll over onto your right hand side. Pushing yourself up to sit when you're ready. Find a comfortable position to sit in. And join your palms in front of your heart space. We'll close off by making the sound of Om together once. Take a normal breath in. Normal breath out. Inhale fully. As you exhale, bow your chin towards your chest. Thank yourself for your efforts during the class, for taking this time to connect with body, mind, breath, and maybe a bit of stillness. Lifting your head when you're ready. Namaste. Thanks for joining us, guys. If you haven't done so yet, please click the subscribe button in the bottom corner over here. And there's a really cool meditation video over here that you guys can go and follow on next. Thanks for joining us. Namaste.